Warum muss ich da selber hin zurücklaufen? Tashino Banzai. Ich wusste, dass das Vieh immer noch hier ist. Aber diesmal habe ich es geschafft. So, what do you all plan to do after this? There's still a bit of time before I need to be back. Need to ride anywhere? Let me think. If you're offering, we might as well take you up on it. A call? Sorry, give me a minute. Haha, kinda weird time for someone to ring. Hello, this is Lloyd Bannings, Special Support Section. It's Fran. Where are you guys right now? Oh, we're actually in the tunnel on Mountain Pass right now. We just finished investigating some ruins in the area with your sister. Oh, Noe was telling me about that earlier. Were you able to safely complete your investigation? Yeah, at least for now anyway. Did you want me to hand her a report? She's right here. Haha, no, that's okay. If I needed to talk to her, I would have just called her Enigma. Actually, there's someone who'd like to ask the SSS a question or two. Oh, sure. Who is it? A citizen? Not quite. It's the mayor of Mainz. It sounds like he needs a consultation with your team. Oh, really? This doesn't happen very often. Did he give you any details? Apparently, one of the locals from Mainz went to visit Crossbell City, but he hasn't returned for several days. At least that's what I gathered from everything he told me. That sounds a little concerning. Alright, we're already in your mind, so we'll pay Mayor Bixton a visit. Unfortunately for us, your sister can give us a ride there. Don't be afraid to work her to the bone. I'll go ahead and contact the mayor to let him know you're coming in advance. Was that Fran? Yeah, she called to tell us about a new request. Lloyd gave a short summary of what Fran said. I see. Mayor Bixton submitted a support request. Someone visited the city and has yet to return home. May as well head on over and hear the story straight from the man himself. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Alright, Sergeant Major, could you take us to Mainz? Leave it to me. Den Monster da vorne will ich jetzt nicht unbedingt campen nochmal. Muss ja nicht sein. Alright. We made it. I'm always impressed by how much faster we travel with your car. Let's hurry and ask the town mayor for details on the case. Sounds good, man. If I remember correctly, it was the house in the back of town. Noel ist immer noch dabei, okay. Ich beschwere mich ja jetzt erstmal noch nicht, ne? Weiter rein gebe ich gerade mal ein Schlückchen Wasser zu mir nehmen. Excuse us, it's the special support section. Yes, I've been waiting for you all. Apologies for making you come all this way. Truth be told, I intended to go see you in the city, but please don't worry about that. We were in the area, so stopping by wasn't an inconvenience or anything. So, would you mind explaining the support request to us? Of course, please take a seat. I'll pour some tea, just 1 second. I see. In summary, one of your miners, Gantz, traveled to Crossbell City almost 2 weeks ago and hasn't been back since? Yes, precisely. You see, he's a gambler at heart. People have even told me that he would go to the city's entertainment district on weekends to gamble at the casino. The fact that he hasn't contacted anyone for 2 whole weeks has us worried. Everyone around town is wondering where he's gone or if something happened to him. That's definitely strange. There may be some specific reason he has not returned, such as being involved in an accident. At the very least, I hope he wasn't attacked by the monsters that have started to appear on the city outskirts. What if a miner's just a damn good gambler? A guy could make a killing in the casino if he plays his cards right. If I were him and that happened, I'd be chilling in Michelin with a drink in one hand and the other around a pretty lady's waist. Yeah, I doubt that's the case. For starters, he isn't you. When he makes a valid point about gambling, though, we cannot ignore that possibility. I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't see that happening. Why's that? You said he loves to gamble. Are there any other relevant qualities about him we should know? Well, Gantz is the least serious person I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, but while he may love gambling to death, he's absolutely horrible at it. On top of that, he's got the luck of a man who would kneel over from a splinter. Every time he comes home, his wallet is as dry as a desert. Ah, I see. In that case, he might make some cash on the lottery, but without any real skill, I doubt he'd win much in a poker game. Perhaps he took out a sum of mirror and ran off before the loan shark could catch him. Well, that's another possibility to consider. That was actually one of the scenarios we considered before you arrived. Were that the case, I have no idea how we'd find him. Understood. Mayor Bixon, you can leave finding Gantz to us. For now, we'll start with investigating the casino and other places he may have visited. Thank you, Lloyd. I'll leave this matter in your hands then. If you learn anything, could you contact my house by phone? Of course, sir. Let me write down your phone number while I'm here. It's already evening. Probably about time we head back to Crossbell City. We still need to gather more information before the day's done, so yes, we should return before it gets dark. Could you give us a ride, Noel? Yes, of course. Hop in and we'll move out. Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, hier scheint irgendwas interessant zu sein. Wenn wir das hier sehen, wie die hier lang fahren. Ah, ich denke, sie sind sogar schon da. Okay, ich dachte. Hätte sein können. Thanks for your help today, everyone. Trust me, I plan to return the favor as soon as I can. I think you're giving us too much credit. Yeah, dude, we should be thanking you for inviting us to this crazy adventure. Guys, about what happened in the temple, I think we should contact Crossbell Casino and have them sort things out from here on. I concur. If the ruins are in fact related to an artifact, our hands are tied. Good point. Either way, I'll discuss things with the deputy commander and figure out what to do. So, are you guys going to start asking around the city now? Yep, starting with the casino. Could you contact us if the CGF learned anything? About Gantz, you mean? Of course. Anyway, I'll let you guys get back to work. Good luck. You too, Noel. Well then, waiting to stop by the casino? Remember, we don't have too much time to waste. Let's go, there's still a lot we don't know about Gantz. Well, what are we waiting for? To the Entertainment District. Oh, Randy, der einzige Grund, warum du dahin willst, ist, weil du selber gamblen willst. Dun, 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 dun. About time for business at the casino to really pick up. You guys ready? Let's find ourselves a miner and hit the slots too. We're only going to be doing one of those things, Randy. Considering we're not uncover, there is absolutely zero reason for us to play. Agreed. Anyway, let's just stick with questioning employees and customers. Perhaps that will lead to some clue about Gantz's whereabouts. Yeah, killjoys. Okay, dann weiß ich ja schon, mit wem ich reden muss. Good evening, everyone. Have you all come to play with Randy? No, not today. We actually want to ask you something. Lloyd asked about the missing miner. Missing? That's preposterous. He came here earlier. The guy meant to make a killing too. Wait, really? And he was winning, you say? Come on, Drake, you must be thinking of someone else, right? You see, we're looking for a miner from mine. I doubt you have the skill or intuition needed to stay afloat here. I assure you, I know the man. It all started about 2 weeks ago. It's been a while since I last saw him, but I swear it was like he was a completely different person. Thanks to him, my dealers are in the middle of a losing streak. We've lost almost 500,000 mil to him now. 500,000? That is an exorbitant amount of money. There's no freaking way, man. He's gotta be cheating, right? As I'm sure you know, we are professionals. If someone was cheating, we would notice. Besides, he not only has shown incredible talent, but miraculously good luck as well. Everybody here would like to know how in the world he turned into a gambling phenom. This is quite different from a story Mayor Bixon gave us. Excuse me, sir. Apparently Gantz hasn't returned to mines yet. Do you have any idea where he's staying? Ah, yes. Last I heard, he's staying at a hotel across the street. For a deluxe suite on the top floor and all that. Well, I guess he does have a mirror for it. Seriously though, that place is crazy expensive. In any case, I am surprised we were able to find him that easily. Likewise, we should go and pay him a visit. Dafür sei dann doch einfach bis jetzt. Als Nacht. It's already nighttime. We need to go and speak with Gantz. Right, let's head over to the hotel. The VIP rooms are on the top floor. Imagine hitting the jackpot and living the ball alive in a 5-star hotel. Damn, I'm jealous as hell. Focus on the problem at hand, Randy. Warte mal, war da gerade jemand, den ich dachte, da wäre jemand, der bekannt und wichtig wäre. Is that you, Annie? Oh my, long time no see. Haha, pleasure seeing you again. Who the hell are you people? Excuse us, sir, we're with the CPD. You must be Gantz for mines. That's right. Ain't I met somewhere before? Have we? I recognize this man. Did we not save him from Warhound during the mines incident? Oh. That was him. Huh, I think I remember now. You was kids from way back then, ain't ya? But what you want? Well, we received a request from a mayor of mine. A request to track you down. The mayor's looking for me. What in the hell for? Come on, man. You've been here for like 2 weeks without contacting anyone, yeah? Everyone's all worried about you. They thought you went missing. As such, we were requested to find you. Okay? Well, you found me, congrats, so can you go ahead and buzz off now, eh? I ain't ever going back to a hellhole like mine for as long as I live. Why's that? For what reason? For hiding it obvious. I'm the greatest gambler the state has ever seen. It ain't just my killer skill at the table, so luck is my bitch too. Who the hell would want to go back to mine just to smack rocks all day? Wait a second. Watch it. Are you sure that's what you want? Everybody's worried sick about you. You could at least contact the mayor and give him some peace. Shut up, you can't order me to do shit. Huh, one more round of pasta and it'll be off to Michelin for me. Hey lady, how about I take you to that fancy theme park this weekend? You can pick whatever you want from those boutiques they got too, bills on me. Wow, really? We can't wait to go. Ain't much we can do about him. He's way too full of himself. That he is. Regardless, we're still obligated to inform the mayor of the situation. It's not our right to force him to return to mines. Indeed, it was his own conscious decision. What's in your mind, Lloyd? You look like something's bothering you. Yeah, so here's the thing. He was just an amateur gambler who played casually. I doubt he's nearly lucky or sharp enough to be good. Yet somehow he's suddenly on multiple winning streaks. No matter how I analyze the situation, it just doesn't add up. That true? Yeah, that sure sounds fishy to me. You think he'd tell me all those tricks if I butter him up with a few drinks? Are you not already a skilled gambler, Andy? Only when I'm on a hot streak, my friend. Not a chance in hell I'd pull off wins for 2 consecutive weeks and win $500,000 more. Pretty sure you'd only be able to pull that off if you were as skilled as Jack. Check the fictional character, Andy. Oh, back? You guys were still around. Whoa, take it down a notch, sweet cheeks. Can I ask you to honey something real quick? I'm just a little curious about this Gantz fellow in there. Go right ahead. Oh, what is it? Is he involved in some sort of crime? Nah, it ain't nothing like that. Just wondering if he's always been such an arrogant jackass. Even with a few drinks he had, he laid the attitude on a big thick, eh? Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's true he wasn't nearly as cocky when he first started gambling, but as time went on, his victories began to feed his ego. So we only owe stasses, so we don't really mind. Yeah, I see. So it's safe to say that the arrogance wasn't stemming from alcohol, right? Personality aside, that man is something else. It's almost as if he could see through the cards while they were laid down. He must have razor-sharp senses. Glaube ich weiß, was hier abgeht. No kidding, it's totally insane to be honest. He even won straight-up bets at the roulette table too. You think he can read the dealer's mind? It does sound most impressive. Sounds more like a major power than being perceptive. Damn it, why couldn't aliens have blessed me with such wonderful talents? Anyway, that's about all we know about Gantz. Are we good to get back to work? Yep, you've been real helpful. Think I'll come to your cues again when I get some free time around here. I won't get my hopes up, but I'll be waiting for you. Anyway, I'm going to go back to work now. In any case, we should convey this information to the mayor. Yeah, give me a second, I'll call him. Lloyd pulled out Mayor Bixon's phone number and dialed it. Hello, this is Bixon speaking. Good evening, sir. This is Lloyd Bannings from the SSS. Oh, so you called. Were you able to find any information on Gantz? Well, about that. Lloyd explained everything that happened to Mayor Bixon. I'm finding it hard to believe that such a thing has happened. A man like Gantz striking riches from gambling and living in a luxury hotel. We tried to reason with him, but he refuses to return to mines. So we figured at the least we could do was report the situation to you. Oh no, you've done exemplary work. If this is truly the case, then I shall make my way to the city tomorrow and speak with Gantz directly. Thank you for your hard work. We're just doing our job, sir. If we can be of further assistance, then please don't hesitate to contact us again. We'll keep helping if we can. Thank you. I'll be counting on you all. What did the mayor say? Well, he was definitely surprised about Gantz. He said he'd be coming to Crossbell City tomorrow so he can speak to him. I hope there's a better man for the job, to be honest. Tio, you've been quiet for a while now. Is something bothering you? Not particularly. It was a long day, so I'm feeling a bit fatigued. No kidding, investigating those ruins earlier took a toll on me. The sun has already set, so perhaps we should return home. Kia's awaiting our return, right? Indeed she is. It is as if my exhaustion is completely erased when I see her smile. I don't know if I'd go that far. I do get what you mean though. Geez, talk about a group of doting parents, eh? Let's hurry on home and see our little kiddo. Ah, da habe ich aber jetzt zu Fuß hin, okay. Okay, ich darf mich nicht teleportieren, das ist interessant. Wahrscheinlich passiert jetzt hier irgendwo was, ne? Oder auch nicht? Okay. Oh, phew, we're home. Oh, you're back, yay! I wish I could be as full of energy as you always are, Kia. Yep, I'm always ready to roll. You're late. Was there a lot of work today? More or less. Bet we would have keeled over if we didn't have that nice car to drive around in. I second that. Hey Tio, you look super tired. Are you alright? Yes, I will be fine. After all, seeing your cute faces will re-energize my batteries, Kia. Kia? Since I'm so full of energy, I don't mind sharing some with you. Hehe, snuggle. Oh. That's Kia for you. Never seen medicine that potent. Perhaps the Kia hack is stronger than the wonder drug. Thank you, Kia. I think I am sufficiently recharged. I'm glad. Come to think of it, is the chief not home yet, Kia? The chief? Oh, he's over in his office. A visitor came by and he's still talking with him. A visitor? That's pretty rare considering the time. Do you remember what he looked like? He's an old man with a big beard. He kind of reminds me of a bear. I think the chief called him something like a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Grimwood's here. Why is he stopping by so late? Shall we go greet him while we have the opportunity? I will leave all that to you. I am on kitchen duty tonight. You alright with cooking for everyone? If you want, I could take over for you tonight. No, I already made preparation for dinner earlier. It should be almost ready. Kia, hold on for just a little while longer, okay? Oh, can I help you get the food ready? You want to? Well then, you will be my sous chef. I'm gonna touch up. Ja, wer ist ein good boy? Accuse us? Hey, what took so long? Oh, sorry to be intruding when it's so late. So it wasn't Mr. Grimwood after all. It's not every day you decide to visit us. Yes, well, I had some matters to attend with Sergei. Since I was in the neighborhood, I took the opportunity to stop by. Matters to discuss? Yeah, I'll cut to the heart of it. It's about Kia's identity. Oh, when did you guys figure anything out? Unfortunately not. Since the request was also submitted to the guild, but I, at Sergei's behest, explored another possibility. Unfortunately, it wasn't. No, actually, I'm pleased to say the possibility I looked into was a bust. You were happy it was a bust. Right, it was pertaining to a story several years back. There were multiple cases of child abduction, primarily focused in the Calvert Republic. When child abductions are horrible. I'll omit one more unnecessary details, but it was a pretty massive scandal. Because Calvert wasn't the only country targeted, an international investigation team was created to get to the bottom of things. Each country's army, police forces, the Boy Guild, you name it. Everyone cooperated to put an end to that mess. That's crazy. It's the first I've heard of it. Same here. Since it was kept under wraps, it must have been pretty damn serious. Yes, actually, the case was closed. Due to its nature, in the end, the case was treated as strictly confidential. Only reason I know about it is because I was involved, serving as an advisor. Please, hold on a second. You're saying there's a chance Kia could be one of the victims from this whole abduction incident? I thought the same thing, so I searched through the case records again. To my relief, I wasn't able to find any children who matched Kia's description. For record, the men responsible for those horrors were almost all arrested, and the rest committed suicide. Today I simply came to inform Sergei of my finding. I see. I'm relieved that Kia wasn't a part of that, but the fact that it actually happened? I would have ended up telling you about all of this eventually. Anyway, we're back to square one with Kia. Well, no skin off our back, right? Just gotta keep looking after the kiddo until we find one of her relatives. Right, I'd appreciate it if you kept sheltering the child here. But in case we can't end up finding a relative, we should consider entrusting her to a foster family or to a church orphanage. Oh, hold on. But you all seem to wrap your head around those possibilities. Adopting a kid and properly raising them? That's not something you can jump into half-assed, no matter how adorable she may be. That might be true. Probably a bit more difficult than taking in a stray kitten or something. I'm sorry everyone, sounds like I brought down the mood a bit. You all just returned from a long day of work, correct? I imagine you have a report to finish though. It's about time I excuse myself. No, please wait. The truth is this. Something we were planning on consulting you about. Oh, with me? Yes, actually... Oh. Lloyd explained the situation with the missing minor to Sergei and Mr. Grimwood. So you were working on a missing persons case. Sounds like a job for the SSS, alright? It didn't seem like anything illegal was going on, so we just left him how he was. I wonder if we should have tried a little harder to get him to go home. Well, that's a complicated question. If you're abrasive, there'd be a little more wiggle room to negotiate. comes with the job. If a police officer tried to pull that move, odds are that the whole situation would turn into a civil dispute. It's an exceedingly fine line. I was afraid you'd say that. The guy is old enough to make his own decisions, so unfortunately it's none of our business. If he were just some brat, we could have given him a spanking and taken him home. That's true. However, you mentioned he gained gambling skill, luck, and intuition, like he was a different man. Ian, something about this rubbed you the wrong way? Well, it might just be a coincidence, but lately 2 other similar stories have come to my attention. No kidding? You're telling me there's not one, but 3 lucky bastards who hit the jackpot? No, it's a bit different. The stories I heard about involve a stockbroker who worked for a securities firm and the manager of a trading company. Recently, both companies sustained heavy losses and were almost in the red, but in the last few days, they seem to have experienced an incredible rebound. I could hardly believe it until I saw the numbers. Especially that stockbroker. Story goes that he bought and sold stock with unprecedented luck and intuition, as if he could see the future. That sounds pretty familiar. Don't worry, I'm sure it's only a coincidence. From what I've heard, their attitudes have changed in addition to their skills. They've supposedly become extremely arrogant. The tidbit piqued my interest. That's definitely strange. Hey, Ian, any chance you know the background of these 2? Oh, not yet. But if you're interested, I can start researching right away. You want to check possible ties, I presume? Yes, if possible. Something catch your attention, Chief. When you're in the business, Lloyd, it never hurts to have all the information you can. It's as simple as that. Oh, I understand. Guy told me something like that too. That the decisive factors in an investigation are intuition and the information you uncover. Well then, I'll get out of your way now. If you ever have anything bothering you, don't hesitate to stop by my office. I'll do everything in my power to help out. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. When the time comes, we'll come knocking. Das ist interessant, das Heyoe. Rekrutiert meant to recover the smuggling routes. Yes, sir. 3 of the routes we decimated over the last week have already been reorganized. We've been trying to impede them, but their resilience was most unexpected. How curious. I was led to believe that they didn't have the manpower to accomplish such a thing. Did their boss finally involve themselves in their restoration effort? That's the strangest part. The killing bear was nowhere to be found. This appeared to solely be the work of subordinates. The reports state that they only brought enough for a small squad. Not only that, but there were no warhounds present either. How interesting. Now I'm even more curious. Had this been a battle of even numbers, Heyoe should have come out victorious. Did they employ those reinforced heavy machine guns, perhaps? Yes, actually, their main forces appeared to have been armed with them. However, the report also mentioned that their battle prowess has skyrocketed. Okay, that's what interessanta. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I get the impression Don Marconi is trying his damnedest to appease the speaker and quell his rage. I don't recall any new reports of Jaegers being employed or any training exercises being held either. Very peculiar indeed. Are you implying that they've acquired a trump card right under our noses? Precisely. When comparing our respective trump cards, I get the feeling that theirs is extraordinary. Much like Master Yin, I believe that theirs is a wild card. One that can turn the tides of battle at a moment's notice. Damn them. What in the world is it then? What was that? Ah yes, speak of the devil and he shall come. We've got a big problem on our hands. A group of men draped in black are unloading little rounds into the building. Rekrutiert, I think. There's about 10 of them, and the killing bear isn't one of them. There are only 10 measly grunts. Hurry it up and finish them off then. And don't worry about the police. This is self-defense or anything goes. Well, the thing is, those guys aren't human, I'm telling you. They're holding massive machine guns with just one hand. The first floor has been breached. It's only a matter of time before they reach us, sir. Damn it, if only Master Yin was here. Oh dear. I don't think I'll be able to outwit them in a barbaric situation like this. Master Cao, you don't mean... Let's go, Lao. Relying on you for a petty squabble like this would be a stain on Heyu's name. Come, let us demonstrate our might as the conquerors of the Eastern Quarter. Sehen wir das, oder wurde halt geskippt? Natürlich wird es nicht gezeigt. Damn it. This girl is full of surprises. You're telling me that Kia cooked all of these sunny-side-up eggs for you? She sure did. Her technique was so good that I found myself taking mental notes while watching. Fried egg with a bit of runny yolk. Nice. Get a load of this bacon too, it's like perfectly crisp. She does seem to have quite the knack for culinary arts. Yesterday's cream stew was basically her own creation. Are you sure you do not have any prior cooking experience, Kia? I don't know, maybe. Whenever I cook, it's like my hands are moving on their own. Well, I guess it's true that cooking is more through personal experience than anything else, but the fact that she's this talented at her age is pretty amazing. Hey Tio, I was wondering, do you feel okay today? Ah, you look fine as far as I can tell. But don't you think it'd be better to take the day off and rest? No, I am fine. After all, I went to bed quite a bit earlier than usual yesterday. I don't think we have any urgent requests to take care of, so we can always wait and see how you feel it. Oh, pretty early for that, ain't it? Is it Fran? I'll check. Hello, this is Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support. Yeah, I know already. Now, where the heck are you? What are you doing right now? Jonah? No, wow, I wasn't expecting a night owl like yourself to be awake this early in the morning. Implying I didn't pull an all-nighter. But enough about that, doesn't matter. From how careful you sound, I bet you don't know anything at all, right? Don't know what exactly. So you don't know. Well then, I, the great and brilliant Jonah, will do you a favor. In the dead of night yesterday, well, technically today, I guess, but that's beside the point. Either way, someone raided Heyu's office. What? They were caught completely off guard too. No offense, all defense, you know? Apparently they took some serious damage. If you ask me, it had to have been done by those Revacha guys. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Thanks for the heads up, Jonah. Haha, you owe me one, Lloyd. That was Jonah. Yeah, something crazy popped up. Lloyd relayed the information he heard from Jonah to the rest of the special support section. Is that really true, Lloyd? That's freaking insane. It is bold to pull such a thing in the city, even if it was in the middle of the night. What? It's true, I'd bet anything that the first division has already jumped on the case. If it bothers you that much, go check it out, but only after you finish eating. Will you, sir? Alright, will you be good to go, Tio? Yes, of course. We can walk over to the harbor district after we finish our breakfast. Oh, keine neuen Quests, okay. Das finde ich cool. Das heißt, wir können da ziemlich schnell rüber. This place is a mess. A raid will do that. Yep, this confirms it. I'm seeing traces of heavy weaponry all over. At least they didn't resort to blowing them up with explosives. Ah, I see you guys are on the scene too. Hey Franz, how's the situation looking? We rushed out here as soon as we heard the news. I don't know much yet. All I've heard is that shots were fired in the middle of the night. Dudley and the others are in the middle of conducting an investigation. It sounds like the 1st Division beat us to the punch. Well, they are highly coordinated. We'd like to ask the members of Heyu some questions. Do you mind letting us inside? I suppose I could? I was only told to not let civilians pass through here. You'll have to make up an excuse to Dudley for me, though. Of course, thanks for helping us out. Dun, 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 dun. Ciao, my apologies for intruding on you. We wish to collaborate with you, so would you be willing to share details of a raid with us? You'll have to forgive me. After all, it was late into the night. I haven't the foggiest idea of who the assailants may be or why they targeted our humble company. Even so, it appears we were able to command an efficient defense. The first and second floors are devastated, yet this room remains spotless. How in the world were you able to fend off assailants armed with heavy machine gun? I'll admit it was tricky. However, the assailants managed to escape our grasp, I'm afraid. Many of our men were sent to St. Ursula. Dear, oh dear, what a disaster. You have my condolences if you accuse us. You four? What's the special support section doing here? Why, good morning, Detective Bannings. I see the rest of you are in attendance too. Pardon our intrusion, Cao. I know you're busy with the aftermath of the raid, but could I borrow a minute of your time? Anything for you, my friend. If you'll accuse us then, Dudley, I appreciate you having stopped by. Damn, we'll step aside then. This irritates me to no end, but I'm leaving this snake to you. Try to get what you can out of him. Yes, sir. It has been quite some time, my friends. I hear you all had quite the adventure on the final day of the anniversary festival, correct? I'm assuming Yin has already informed you. As you know, the special report section doesn't follow conventional investigative protocol. And with that in mind, how about you go ahead and tell us your true intention? Oh? Lloyd? There's no point wasting our time with his usual song and dance. Not only that, but we have a lot of ground to cover with Cao. I figured I'd get straight to the point. Wow, pretty gutsy move, eh? Lloyd can be quite audacious when he wants to be. Exactly as I had anticipated, Mr. Bannings. I knew I was right to have hoped of you. Well, I'm not particularly fond of trivial exchanges anyway. If your questions are within the realm of my knowledge, I will provide the answers you seek. Thank you, Cao. I wanted to ask you about these 3 topics. Is it safe to assume Revache is behind last night's raid? Can you say for certain that there's any chance it was carried out by a third party? Doubting the possibility entirely, are we? If you would elaborate for them, Lau? Sir? The assailants may have been masked to conceal their identities, but there's no doubt it was Revache's men. Their weapons and combat style were completely identical. Those types of things would be difficult to replicate. That does make sense. In that case, some things still rub me the wrong way. I hear you Heiui dudes are all pretty damn good martial artists. Your main man Lau here looked like he could hand out beatings left and right. You flatter me. I'm sure Revache doesn't have a shortage of combat pros, but none of them could match up with you guys one-on-one. So then, how'd you guys get trashed so hard by a handful of their subs? Was that old killing bear leading the charge or something? No, I don't believe the esteemed general manager of sales was present. He's a well-handpicked ex-Jäger friend. We believe Revache's regular combat personnel to be behind the attack. If that's the case, then how? So their techniques were very simple, their speed and power were beyond comprehension. They were able to brandish those heavy machine guns single-handedly. Our defenses were easily crushed by their unnatural strength. They overtook the first 2 floors with ease. No fooling. It was only limited to their power and speed. It wasn't only limited to their power and speed either. They had inhuman endurance as well. Thanks to that, I had to put into practice a few dangerous techniques. You seem pretty knowledgeable about combat yourself, Cao. I am nothing but an amateur compared to Master Yin. I get straight to the point, Cao. How do you plan to respond to their raid? Oh, what kind of question is that? Take a moment to ponder on what kind of organization Heiui is. You found your answer, correct? So you are after revenge. Oh, please keep such scandalous rumors to yourself. I've been merely referring to crisis management. At the end of the day, we only seek profits. And in situations where profits are threatened, it is my sworn duty to crush our antagonizers through the appropriate methods. I fail to see what's so strange about that. Yeah, What an annoyingly shrewd man. Does requesting assistance from Hayu's main office lie among those proper methods? Ah, he's calling in the big gun from Hayu's main office. Awfully blunt, aren't we? My reputation is on the line. I have no such plans at the moment. Furthermore, there's no guarantee the main office will respect my wishes. They may intervene regardless. Well, I should be able to stave off direct intervention for a little while at least. Either way, we lack the proper knowledge of Rivace's current state, so we don't have an effective countermeasure for them. We're simply investigating the movement for the time being. Through our most reliable and cooperative employee, in fact. You requested Yin's assistance. He's the best of the best for these kind of undercover missions, yeah? This isn't directly related to the case in question, but I figured I'd ask while I'm already here. Do you really not know anything about Kia? Ah, are you sure, Lloyd? Kia, you said. Is that a person's name, or perhaps some kind of code? Forgive me for speaking out of line. You're more serious than I expected. All I know is that Kia is the name of that little girl you took into custody after the Schwarze auction. Well, and that our dear collaborator offered you a small piece of advice there. The exhibits of the second half of the auction are all stored in the room over there. According to information that was sent to Hayway, there's a bomb, so to speak, among those items. I recommend you confirm it for yourself. A large leather trunk will be exhibited in the second half of the auction. Inside the trunk is a bomb, which will only serve to jeopardize Rivace's position. We were able to receive that piece of information via our own network. We've had no means of discerning who this informant was as of yet. However, in some ways that only made it more credible. We want to be certain, so we asked our dear Master Yin to go check on it. Even in my wildest dreams, I never expected the true identity of the bomb to appear in the form it did. Looks like he's gonna feign ignorant to the very end. Let's assume you're telling the truth. Do you have any inkling as to who that informant might have been? Logically speaking, a bombshell of this magnitude points to the actions of a Rivace defector. However, taking into account the skill required to convey the information to us, they must be adept. At any rate, this is as far as our knowledge regarding Kia goes. I'd appreciate it if you believed me. Understood. Thanks for answering us honestly. Now then, does this conclude your questioning? Yes, for the moment. I appreciate your cooperation. Do you mind if I give the department an outline of what we discussed? Do as you like, my friend. By the way, Detective Bannings. Yes? I'll be honest with you. This raid was far beyond what I thought Rivace was capable of. I was under the impression that I was fully cognizant of their strength, connections, and patterns. Yet they were able to pull off such a brazen attack on us in their weakened state. They splendidly surpassed all my expectations. I must say, I'm unbelievably excited for what's to come. I cannot recall a moment in the last few years where a situation didn't proceed in the way I had planned. I can finally wield my intellect to crush my foes without remorse. It's truly an indescribable joy. Smug bastard. You're unbelievable. I don't think for one second that I will allow the police to ruin my fun. Also, it's special, so I'll grant you a unique opportunity, so to speak. Will you be able to broker a resolution between both groups before Hayway begins its all-out retaliation? I'll be eagerly awaiting your next move. Well, that was something. They gave us plenty of useful information to work with, but I can't believe they suggested the high possibility of a full-blown conflict. If things keeping up the way they have, then it's about to get real messy. We're screwed if they decide to have a firefight in the middle of town. Additionally, we have to consider the possibility that Hayway may call for reinforcements. This is all sounding a bit too ominous. It sounds like we have a bit of time still, judging by what Cao said. At any rate, we can't leave Rivace unchecked any longer. We need to start looking into it before Hayway mobilizes their forces. I agree. Shall we visit each of the districts and question the citizens? No. I think it's time we go straight to the source. Let's go get our answers from Revace directly. You're kidding, right? We may have gone there once before, but still. That was before the incident at the auction. Are we not acting too recklessly? Yeah, I can't imagine they'd overlooked anything outside of Kia's case. There's something else I'm concerned about, though. What might that be? Garcia's movements. We've quarreled with him before, but he never seemed the type to be reckless. I was under the impression that he had a strong command over his subordinate. Good eye, he used to be a well-known Jaeger commander, in fact. Didn't think he'd order his men to launch an assault on Heihui like that. While there's a chance he ordered the attack on Heihui, it's entirely possible that his subordinates acted independently. I'd certainly like to get to the bottom of this. I agree. It'd be a good idea to search for clues around their base. Do you guys want to head there now? We don't have a choice, do we? As long as we remain outside of the perimeter, the level of risk will be low. Let's go have ourselves a little stakeout. Okay. Ich würde aber tatsächlich sagen, dass ich das dann beim nächsten Mal mache, das Stakeout. Dann lecker Steak. Cover. Wir haben jetzt knapp 48 Stunden drin. Ich bin mal gespannt, wie lange das Spiel noch geht. Ich dachte eigentlich, das Spiel. Ich meine, ich hätte mal auf How Long to Beat nachgeguckt. Das waren, glaube ich, da 40 Stunden, die drin standen. Also, entweder bin ich super langsam, oder ich mache super ausführlich, oder ich habe falsch im Kopf. Alles Möglichkeiten. Aber, ja, wenn ihr auf YouTube geschaut habt, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Wenn euch der Part gefallen hat, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da, wenn euch der Part gefallen hat. Abonniert den Kanal, um nichts weiter zu verpassen. Schaut in die Beschreibung für meinen Twitch-Kanal, dort könnt ihr gerne ein Follow da lassen. Dann werde ich benachrichtigt, wenn ich live gehe. Oder aber, wenn ihr weiter gucken wollt und noch keine weiteren Parts auf YouTube sind, schaut ins Sammlungsfeature, da sind alle Part abgespeichert, mit derselben Partanzahl, mit denselben Cuts. Ihr werdet euch da leicht zurechtfinden, und falls ihr das Spiel selber auf Englisch spielen wollt, statt auf Japanisch, schaut auch in die Beschreibung, dort habe ich euch die Geofront verlinkt. Dort findet ihr alle Informationen, welche digitalen und physischen Kopien funktionieren, wo ihr sie herbekommt, wie ihr das kriegt, wie der Patch funktioniert und so weiter und so fort. Schaut da dann mal vorbei. Und dann würde ich sagen, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.